What's up? What's up? We in here. We in the building. We going again. We going again. We going again. We going in. We going in. It's going down, people. It's going down. It's going down, and we got to wake up. Wake up. You remember that movie School Days? And even back then, watch School Days. Wake up. Man, we dead asleep. What's up, Carlos? Carlito? ¿Qué pasa, Carlito? Karen and all of y'all. We're gonna go in good. We're gonna go in. We're gonna get this shit going. If you want to share, share. If you don't want to share, then don't share it. And what's up, Sophia? And so we going in now because it ain't gonna be long. It ain't gonna be no hour, talk unless you got questions and stuff like that. And so I'm gonna go in, and we was talking about. I put a video out earlier about the EMP, the electromagnetic pulse, that everybody was saying, the Defense Department or whoever it was said it was going to take out all the electronic devices in the Northern Hemisphere. Right. It wasn't to that effect, but it ain't nothing new that they doing, is what I'm saying. Because nobody didn't even say how they mad. They don't have to take out the power. They just got to take out enough to take out your power. You feel? Enough to take out your power. That's what they're trying to say. They're trying to say that you got a connection to the universe, and they don't want you connecting to the universe because you're waking up. And your electronic device will get cut off. But they don't have to shoot up that amperage where it has to cut off all the lights or all the electronic devices as you would think of it, because you got to remember, the military got to tell you what they're doing. However, how you perceive it, that's something else. That's up to you. That's because you thought that it was going to take out all the electric devices and your wire. Oh, we back. They just took out that must have been an EMP. Wi-Fi went down for like 10 seconds. Shit. And so what they was trying to say is, right, the way you perceive it, you perceived it to be there was all your electronic devices was going to go down. Yes, all of your electronic devices in your body is what they're trying to disconnect. They call depolarize, right? So I'm just saying this again because you have people out there and they're supposed to be conscious, right? And they saying, oh, well, yeah, fear. It don't have shit to do with fear. It has to do with being aware of your environment and being aware of what your government, or who you call the lower self, the European mentality, all that names you want to use, is what they're using to keep you dumb or numb, to keep your brain from vibrating at a high vibration where you can receive these codes, as they call it, or to vibrate high enough where you can vibrate and open up energy packets that's in your DNA, right? And it'll be released in your genes as RNA, right? So they know that this time was coming where we will wake up. They know that we go to sleep, we wake up, we go to sleep, we wake up. They call it cycles, right? So because we went to sleep, and even though throughout time, the ancients, they always put it up in the walls, right? They always gave us a hint of these cycles, and they know during the winter time, right, we go to sleep or hibernate, and then you have the lower self, which is we just getting over the moon cycle. They reign, or those that are out of tune takes what you call power for their time. So even though if it's a new species, a mutated species, or whatever it gets, nature always gives them a time where they could prove themselves worthy to live in nature, to live in harmony with nature. And so when you can't live in harmony with nature, then nature gets rid of you like a disease. You're a disease, and you know what? You're proving you can't live in nature. And what will be the judgment of whether you, what would be the judgment whether you can live in nature or not will be the sun, right? The sun cycle. There's a moon cycle, sun cycle, moon cycle, sun cycle. Then it becomes a epoch, an equinox, an epoch, right? Every 24,000 years when history has to renew itself, right? Refer to the ancient Sumerians, refer to the holy tablets, right? So what happened is we awakening right now, and your body is your electronic device, and they're telling you that they are cutting off, or they're attempting to cut off your communications with the ether. The ether is what you call it, your ancestors, you, consciousness returning to itself, right? Shoot, like electromagnetically. So they trying to cut off your communication with the ether, with the sun, pretty much. Because if you see these devices are being made, this EMP is being made to counteract the electrical storms that's happening on the sun that gets beamed down here. Right? You follow me? Are you following me? Do you? Is this really? Is this going too much? Right? You're gonna have those that you're gonna understand what I'm talking about, and those that's gonna be like, you know, I gotta go to work. I gotta punch in the clock. I don't got no time. Right? So we take the time to get in on the defense, military defense's ass, right? To blast their ass on what they're doing, because we all ain't sleeping. You know, we all are not asleep. And we see, you can't fool us this time around, man. You can't fool us. We peep it. However, you know how they doing it? They doing it with this device right here I'm talking to you on. That's how they shooting the electromagnetic pulse. You feel me? And they're using cell phone towers, man. This ain't nothing new. They've been doing this for a minute. However, they're starting to control the amperage, right? You notice how each phone went up on the frequency that it emitted, and then it went up higher and higher and higher, and then everybody started getting like, oh, that's causing brain tumors and this and that, and then they try to lower it down. You compare that with the other phones, man, and their new iPhone is just like freaking a walking freaking microwave and shit. So that's why most of us used to be like, why don't you put it on speaker? Don't hold it towards your head. You know, put it on speaker, right? Hold up, coconut water. That's where I get my downloads from coconut water. Codes from the sun. The coconut tree turns it into liquid light. And you drink, through process of photosynthesis, you're drinking energy from the sun, closer to the equator, where these electrical storms are a lot more, where you're closer to the real tower, and then you wake up, you're like, oh, I gotta tell you this. That's how it works. Right? So they come up and they want to dumb us down, slow down our mind's vibration, because our mind's vibration is speeding up, especially those that decide they're not going to eat third party, and they want to start eating better and healthier, and their minds are just waking up like, oh shit, this is where, you know, it's like when you're waking up and you finding out that, oh shit, this is fake. Christopher Columbus didn't discover America. Oh, Santa Claus ain't real. It's something like that, but you're just an adult or something like that, and you be like, yo, what the fuck am I living in? So you start waking up and you start realizing what is being done to you, because you're being harvested. You're a product, right? And you can't be waking. They can't let their product wake up and find out that they actually gods, right? And so what they do is they cut off the communications from the sun, from you to the sun. That's why your hair grows out your head, because your hair is an antenna and it reaches for the sun, right? And that's why, you know, they got us all fucked up, because they got us all perming our hair, cutting our hair off. They got women doing all sorts of shit to their hair because they pressing it or perming it. So when you perm your hair, you actually you actually, because your body's a protein. I know I'm going off subject, but I gotta get this in. You know, your body makes proteins. So when you start perming your hair, your ether, that reaches out to the ether, you start perming it, and so it changes its genes. It changes the protein wants to change. The protein could change shape, right? For the shape that is being produced for whatever cell is reproducing, it changes shape to fit that packet. So when you permanently damage it, it doesn't change anymore. The gene doesn't change. It doesn't change. Protein doesn't change. The protein needs to change, like you need to change. You need to change that old freaking software program that they got running in your head from fucking their education system. So your protein need to change. But when you permanently perm your hair, you permanently damaging your DNA genes, and they can't change no more because they permanently damaged. So you can't change, or it comes that more difficult for you to change because you're not receiving the electrical signals that your brain works on to interpret your environment so it could change. So some of us are changing, right? And so you have what you call the European mentality, who's want to cut that off because, like I said, you are melanin. And so they need to slow down the way you're awakening so they can stay in power. So they doing everything, like I said before, from water, fluoride in your water. You know, you sitting there in the pool, and that shit got chlorine in it, and you have pores, and chlorine kills bacteria, and your body is a bacteria, and you have this chlorine going in your pores, fucking your whole shit up, and you're inside sitting in the pool and shit with chlorine, and like, oh yeah, this is the life. Yeah, think twice about that one. And so, like I was saying, they cutting us off, and they're using radio towers, cell phone towers, radio frequencies, cell phones is becoming more. They can turn up the amperage on the radiation that's coming out of your phone, man, at will. They could turn it up. That's why they put cell phone towers. They put in 3, 4 together. And you like 3, 4? Why you need 3, 4 together? They trying to cook. They trying to shoot microwaves. Like if you put food in a microwave, it gets cooked from the inside out. So the cells from the inside of your brain, they slowly doing it. They telling you it's not harmful. Or yeah, the FDA. Okay, the FDA. Now we listening to the FDA. What they saying is harmful and not harmful. All right, you believe that? So the FDA says no. At this point, it's not harmful. 1.19 is not. Your body absorbs radiation, especially if you have melanin. It absorbs radiation, right? And so they saying, well, no, it's not harmful. This amount is not harmful. Well, yeah, right. And I believe you. And the devil's a liar and shit, right? So we gotta do the research, and you're gonna see. Check out your phone. See how much radiation your phone is emitting, and don't hold it close to your ear, right? Because you're cooking your brain like a microwave, right? Hold it as far away as you can, man. Put it on speaker, right? If you need to put headphones on because you can't hear, you might want to put headphones, and put it low or whatever. However, they're using cell phone towers, they're using telephones, radios, Wi-Fi's, all of that shit to cook your brain. Even, right? Even, hey, just look up radio frequencies, look up microwaves, and look at the effect it has on the body. A lot of people ain't doing no research because, like I said before, we too busy playing PlayStation, and we still looking up at the next freaking soap opera that's coming on. Like we really got time to be entertained by entertainers, and they trying to cook our fucking brain, right? They trying to cut off your melanin at every turn from you waking up. So they move you more away from the sun. We need to be closer to the sun. We need to get closer to the sun. And we in their playground. We in the devil's playground while we up there. And they got us freaking in the yoke. And they use money and in holding your food hostage and giving you fucked up food so you can't wake. Milk is good. Yeah, milk does your body good. Yeah, right. And the devil's a liar. So they are hammering us at every turn. I mean, I'm talking about you in the den of the beast. That the European mentality is a beast, and you're in it, and everybody's just like, fuck it, yo. And that's how it's gonna be when freaking consciousness come. Everybody's gonna have a good old time, and it's only gonna be a few that's gonna be like, hold on a minute, hold on, yo, that fucking shit makes a little sense. Hold on, let me do some research on that. Don't believe what I'm saying, man. Go research what EMP is. Go research what a cell phone, any electrical device, what microwaves or what radiation it emits, and read in what the body does. The body emit and receive energy, or does melanin absorb energy, and at what frequency does it become, harmful? You holding up the phone to your ear, right? And the phone is emitting electromagnetic charges, frequency, and you have iron in your blood. What happens when the iron in your blood gets magnetized? Right? It clumps together, right? It sticks together because of the magnetism. And then you got a lump or a tumor growing. Not to say that's going to happen, right? Because then you're going to be like, oh, fear, oh, fear, oh, fear. No, I'm saying facts. Not fear, facts. Right? Get fearful when you know the fact, and you be like, oh, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? You know what? We all gonna, what they say, we all gonna die anyway, oh, fuck it. No, you're not. But, right, just for the facts, not facts. Electromagnetism, you have iron in your blood, boom, something that emits low frequency, vibration, magnetism, frequency, iron, magnetized, changing genes. Research the shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, so and so got so and so. Yeah, you in the lion's den. Like I said, we call it the beast because they don't give a shit. They don't give a shit. I mean, they got an agenda to eliminate 70% of the population up there. No, excuse me, world population. 70%. And they're gonna make a profit off you on your way out. On your way hitting that reset button, right? On your way to hit the reset button, they're going to make a profit on your way out and live what they call it, Babylon fabulous on your ass. They're going to be living Babylon fabulous. Because they got to get rid of 70% of the population, because what they're saying is they ain't even enough energy to feed the whole population. They already figured out, you know what? We don't even got enough resources to feed the whole world. So we need to get rid of, the useless eaters. Who are the useless eaters? Oh, them motherfuckers sitting on the corner. Yeah, let's put them all in projects and put fucking a liquor store on every fucking corner, and put every drug we known to man on every motherfucking corner right there, and give them that option. Let them handle their own selves and shit. And you know what? And so they put us in that condition. And guess what? There's always a freaking flower, a plant that grows out of the cracks, and be like, no, hold on, right? There's always that flower that grows out of the concrete in the middle, in the middle of all they fucking concrete. There's always one flower that grows out that motherfucker. One flower that grows out that be like, ah! And so we are in the belly of that's what we call it, the belly of the beast. Or in the stomach of the whale, or whatever they call it, Jonah's whale. You're in the freaking beast, man. We know why we call it a beast? Because these motherfuckers mastered the art of fucking destroying. That's why they call it a beast. It's a mentality. And who's doing it is European, so we say European mentality. Right? And they got us assisting them in their stupidity. You have the whole You have Germany, Europe, Spain, China, Russia, Japan, you name it. They the United Nations. They call it the fucking United fucking Nations. And they running this goddamn Babylon shit. That's their seat. And you got the harlot. You know, the Bible talked about the harlot that sits in the water. That's why they put up the Statue of Liberty, sitting in the water. Because everybody's fucking corrupt. Drinking from her glass of her wine of fornication, whatever the fuck you want to call that shit. All kings are, all the kings became corrupt. That's why you got the leaders up in Africa selling out to the WTO and the International Monetary Fund, because they give them, you know, a little change right there to sell everybody out. That's why the reason I said there was right now, I don't know, because they going in on the natural resources right now, and I don't know if we want to be in the middle of that shit. But you know what? That's where you have to do your research and find where you like to be at. Some of y'all are cool where you're at. Some of you don't give a fuck about radiation. Y'all got the mentality, well, we gonna die anyway. Nah, nigga, you are. You can hit the reset button and do this shit over. But you know, that's to each his own. You know, we just here giving out the information, what we come across. I know a lot of people don't got time because, you know, they try to get us caught up and all that shit. And so you have this mentality, like I said, and they know their time is up. They know the sun cycle is up. They know if you're melanin recessive and you're not living in tune, they know that the sun will be the justice. Because they know that you have a moon cycle and a sun cycle. So when the planet contracts, when the solar system contracts, just like when you breathe out, everything contracts, you're going to move closer to the sun, and the radiation is going to get stronger. And so those that, you can have melanin all you want, but that melanin cannot, it cannot have energy flow through it, which it is, right? Then if it has that blockage, because we starting to live like the cancer, eat like the cancer, drink what the cancer drinks, eat what the cancer drinks, then we become the cancer too. And the sun will be the justice of whether you're living in tune or not. Because if you can't live under the sun, then you're not in tune. And you gotta go. And if you're living with the cancer and doing the shit of the cancer, then you're the cancer too. And most likely you're eating like the cancer, you're thinking like the cancer, and then you got the fear that the cancer emits. That's why most people don't move, or they don't think on how. If somebody living on the eastern seaboard, right? Let's say New York, and you be like, yeah, I'm gonna move to California. You know, it's further to move, or Florida. It's further to go to California than to the tropics. You know, it's shorter going to the tropics. But if you can make the move from one coast to the other coast, then you can make the move from there to the tropics. If that's where you desire, you know, to be. We supposed to be in the tropics, period. If you could find, there's in Africa, if you could find that safe place where you could grow your own food, because they hold us hostage by controlling your food supply, right? And so if you could find that middle place, because we get consciousness from the sun, you have electrical magnetic storms that are being shot out from the sun, right, to you, so we can interpret these codes, because it's energy. Energy is what you are, and your brain works with the 4 elements, activating the 5th element. And they know once you're awakened, and they understand that you understand how magnetism works, and you could create your own reality by using the power of your thoughts by focusing. Right now, we're not focused. Right now, our energy just goes out everywhere. Every freaking thought that comes to our mind, you be thinking about 150 different things at the same time. And then Babylon has you with fear about what I'm going to eat next. Yo, if I lose my job, how I'm going to feed this, how I'm going to do that. And so you got fear going in. So you're attracting negative energy to you like a magnet, because you got this fear and all these negative emotions and shit. So, no, you're not focused, right? So all that energy that's being emitted, going everywhere, needs to get focused in on that freaking thought, and then boom, manifest that motherfucker. But they have us worrying about every other motherfucking thing in the world. And we don't even have time to do that because we work at 16 hours a day and shit, and you don't even have time to freaking think for yourself. Think for yourself. Think for yourself. So they got us behind the fucking 8 ball. And you got motherfuckers who got this information, man. I don't know what the hell's going on, and they ain't piecing it together. They jump on my page, up in the concrete jungle, up in the 15th floor, and they telling me what I need to do. Can you believe that? Jumping on my page. I'm like, damn. So anyway, let's keep it simple. Let's not go down that route. You know, see, that's a distraction trying to take me there, right? So now when you know what EMP is doing, they've been doing it. We've been having the cell phones. We've been holding up to our ears, and you know we've been doing all that shit. Now these phones are getting more amped up, right, through the radiation that it's emitting, and so it's cutting out your communication to the ether. That's their whole job, is to cut your communication from your higher self. We're supposed to go back to nature, connect our mind to the higher mind, which is nature. Electromagnetically, our electromagnetic grid, aura, to the Earth's aura, right? And you can't do that in the concrete jungle. They got concrete all over the place. And you know what concrete does to, and try to put a battery on freaking concrete and you tell me what it does. Look it up, Google it. So we need to connect our nervous system to the Earth's electromagnetic grid. That's why people get tense and say, you know what, I want to go to nature and lay in nature, because they want to ground themselves to the higher mind. And the Earth is where you get your thoughts from. The trees gives you oxygen, and your brain works with oxygen, so you get the oxygen and the process. And so where you get your thoughts from? If it needs oxygen, and then the tree produces oxygen from the 4 elements and from the sun. So the cold from the sun hits the tree, makes oxygen, and so does the water from in the seas. And so why are we cutting trees down, or why are we cutting the whole trees down and building a concrete jungle for, knowing damn well that you can't get these elements on how your freaking mind works, so we can't even think properly. And then they hitting you off with the new iPhone and shit, the new iPhone 8 that has, well, they tell you it doesn't emit as much, probably a decimal less than the iPhone 7. And you actually frying your brain slowly, or just killing enough cells where you just really can't put 2 and 2 together. And we don't know, because we don't even got time to research it. Like I said, because they got us working 16 hours a day, 2 jobs. All you thinking about is relaxing your ass down. I mean, you get on, you just reading about, yo, I ain't going nowhere. Turn on the Knicks game. Put that shit up. Yo, who's the Yankees? The 7th inning? Damn, I missed that fucking shit. You ain't even thinking about it. You like, hold on, man. These motherfuckers working me like a Hebrew slave. Like a Lulu Amalu. And your ass getting there, you want to open up your beer and sit the fuck down and watch the fucking game. I've been there. I know what the fuck you're thinking. Somebody tells you, hey, man, they fucking up your brain. They frying that shit through telephones. Yeah, I heard that motherfucker. But, you know, that's how they thinking. Yeah. But you know what? I want to watch the game right now. You'll talk to me later about that shit. I want to watch the game right now. Put the game on. Baby, let me get them fried chickens, man. Make me some wings. Let me get them wings. Let me get them hot wings. Motherfucker, they ain't trying to hear that shit. You know what I mean? But then you got some people that be like, nah, hold on. That shit makes a whole bunch of sense. It makes a lot of sense. They starting to put 2 and 2 together. Now they starting to save up their Babylon bucks and be like, nah, I'm going to get the fuck on out of here. You know what? This dude been down there for a minute, man. That shit makes a whole lot of fucking sense. And what's good? How you doing, Strawberry Taffy? And so they all got us all messed up there. We in the concrete jungle. They trying to say we can't get out of there. Everybody gets so fucking comfortable up in there. We don't even want to move. Somebody comes along and say, yo, there's a whole bunch of land out here, man. And you got like 3 people moving. That's about it. Hey, yo, this is what I'm doing, man. You figured this shit out already? Yo, I'm planting plantains. I can't do it all, man. I mean, I can't even afford it all. But the way they got it set up in here, if we don't use it, you lose it. And so why, if I only could afford 10, why am I going to try to hold on to 90? Wouldn't I say, yo, look, man, y'all could do this shit over here, man, because if, if I don't use this shit, I could lose it. If I leave that shit jungle, I might just turn into a national park. But if I can help somebody on the fucking way out, I'm like, yo, this is what I'm doing. You can wait till next year. Maybe you got enough time, or maybe, and see how everything turns out. So people are like, yo, yeah, they hit me up. Then you got other people on some other shit. But we ain't gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about EMP. So you got that? You're seeing the warfare that they're using to keep us numb because you produce melanin, and those that are melanin recessive, in order to survive in the sun cycle, they need to melanin on up. So they extract your melanin, they call it chaga, and they take these melanin pills or melanin powder, right? And they put it on themselves so they won't get freaking radiated by the freaking sun. Because we was living out of tune at a point, and because we left our natural environment, and due to your genes work off of your natural environment. That's what your environment is, what makes the protein that you need, right? To activate, turn on or turn off a gene. It's your environment that does it. So if you're in an environment and you're not receiving these 4 elements, right? If you're eating third party, you're eating DNA of another animal, then it causes your genes, or it causes a certain protein not to produce, and moves another protein. And so you collect melanin, you just start getting recessive. And so when the cycle comes in, right, and you're not connected because we're not thinking right, because our mind is out of order, out of tune, and we're going against nature, killing nature, and then you become a parasite, a cancer on the planet. And the earth is sick, and the earth is like, get rid of this shit right here. I got a cold. These motherfuckers. And so the sun comes and crisp your ass because we've been out of tune. And those that are around living the mentality of that cancer, guess what? Most likely you're eating like the cancer, drinking like the cancer, walking like the cancer, talking like the cancer, so you become the cancer. So every time this happens, people get awakened. The awakening is because you have consciousness beaming in right now. Is the time. It's your time. And until you wake up, you're going to give them more time. And for those, you're going to be their tool. They're going to harvest your melanin. Every time you go to the doctor, they're going to pull out like 7 tubes of blood when all you need is one little fucking drop to figure out what the fuck is wrong with you. But you haven't figured that shit out yet. Why are you taking 7 tubes of blood when one fucking little drop could take everything that you need to know? You know why? Because it costs $396 per gram. Melanin. Neuromelanin, name it what you want to name it. Depending on what part it is in your body, they give it a different fucking name. It's the same freaking ether. Neuromelanin deals with your neuron cells though. But anyways, that's real talk for your ass. That's real talk for your ass. And some of you ain't gonna get it. Some of you you're waiting here, waiting for the mistake, right? Oh well, what about this? Oh, what about that? What about researching it? Because you better believe if I'm talking about it, I researched that motherfucker. And so before I'm open my mouth, I sat down and fucking researched this shit. So now you go ahead and research it before you come up and come up with some what about this shit, and all you had to do is research it. Alright? Don't get mad. I ain't going, turn into one of those people that Be like, yeah. So we here, we getting you the information, man. And I wasn't going to stay too long. I just want to let you know what's going on the planet, right? And knowing that you are waking up, and knowing that you have what you call them, negative forces, lower self, European mentality, that are trying to stop you from getting those codes from the sun. So they're using electromagnetic warfare to stop you from waking up, because they know that you're a biological supercomputer, and that runs off of ether, or runs off of these 4 major elements. And so they're trying to block that off by using radio waves, radio frequencies. You got me, man. I don't know. Did I miss anything, people? Now you can share this. All right, you can share this. You can share this information. You'll hit that share button and make sure you'll get this information. Upload it to YouTube. Give me a chance to study and get some more information to help me out. Because this is information worth everybody knowing, I think. But research it first, so you don't have to be subjective, and go ahead. EMP, check out telephone, your telephone radiation, cell phone tower radiation, Wi-Fi radiation, television radiation, and even the electrical building that you're living in got covered with freaking electrical wires, and then you have metal beams, all through the 20-story structure or whatever, and so you got electromagnetic radiation all through that motherfucker. But do your homework, and then you're going to realize what I'm saying right here is a fact. And there we have it. I love myself, and this is what it is. We got more information to come. Maybe we here to spark that mind and realize what time we living in. And they spending millions of dollars to keep you asleep. They spending millions of dollars to keep you asleep. They want your melanin. You're being harvested. You're being grown, and you're being put to sleep. You're put in a toxic environment, so you can go to the doctor, so they can go ahead and take out 7 tubes of blood, take out your melanin, and so forth, and put it on the market and sell it to themselves. Because we're in a sun cycle where everything, the earth is warming up. That's why you got the ice caps freaking melting, and with the ice caps, when they melt, they got to run towards the center. So you're going to have places flooding. You have shifts that's going on, and you have planetary alignments that's pulling on the earth, so you're going to have the crust moving. The crust is going to move a lot, and you're going to have shit, it happens. And so we're supposed to position ourselves in a safe environment. I know it's I know what you're thinking. Oh my God, I got 3, 4, 5 kids. Oh, I got a job. Oh, I got a mortgage. Oh, and that's the trap, that they'll hold you that mortgage shit, 30-year mortgage and shit that you ain't gonna wind up ever paying off anyway. You'll get laid off before you pay off that 30-year mortgage. Anyways, did we get the message, man? If you got the message, did I miss anything? Did I miss anything, people? Is they something that I said that you couldn't realize it, or they something that wasn't, that let me know if I missed something. But do a little research first before you try to let me know something. Check it out. EMF, radio, radiation, cell phone radiation, cell phone tower radiation, telephone radiation, whatever electrical device you have emits a radiation. Body radiation, how much radiation you absorb, what effects it has on you, these electromagnetic radio waves. The science is out there. It ain't something that is, oh, we don't know. They know this shit, and they know who you are, and they know you waking up. They know. Bets to believe they know who you are. They know Oh, before I go, hold on. I got one more. They've been studying electromagnetism since 1943 with the Philadelphia experiment. Oh, I got some more shit. Hold up, man. My bad. Oh, it just hit me. They've been doing this since 1943. They sped up. It was called the Philadelphia experiment. They took 3 magnets and sped up magnetism to open up a portal. They was working with transportation. They wanted the military, the defense, right, was trying to get one of their battleships to appear at another location, right? So they was working with magnetism. They figured out magnetism. They got this science from, at that time, from Nikola Tesla, right? Nikola Tesla was somehow in tune with Venus type of energy, right? And so he was like so he actually they actually did this, and so they've been working with magnetism for a fucking long time. And even you had that Alfred Bellick guy who they actually, he jumped into time into 1983 from 1943. They had another one. They had freaking the device that when they was at war with, that that broke Germany's codes. When they opened up that device, they found that they had a piece apart from the 1960s of a computer, and everybody was wondering how did the fuck that part get in that motherfucking device they had to break the code that Hitler had. But anyway, that's some conspiracy shit, right? No, it's not, right? Or is it, right? But anyway, they sped up magnetism, so they had this science. They had this science down packed on how fucking radio waves work. And you want more information on that freaking on that Philadelphia experiment? Check out the book Man from Risk by Dr. Malachi Z. York. He explained this whole shit like 15 years ago. About 15 years ago. He didn't even explain cloning when everybody was like, yo, he was mad talking about cloning. And now you know they cloning every fucking shit. So, right, yeah, there is a dimensional shift. But y'all can check that book out. You can get it on freaking online, electronically, however it is, man. PDF, whatever, but it's out there. Right? Somebody has it out there. And so it explains exactly what the government did in the Philadelphia experiment. And y'all can get that information, that knowing that these people been working with electromagnetism for years, and they didn't even, and this is 1943. Imagine where they at right now. So now that's it. I got it. Boom. I got it out. You got it. Anything you need to let me know, let me know. And we're going to keep coming in. If I see anything funky out there, I'm going to let you know what to be. Oh, one more thing, right? You can you could learn how to polarize. Is like use your own electromagnetic force field. Your own aura could be an electromagnetic force field, right? Where those charges is like a force field. Those energies can't get in your field if you polarize your aura. Yeah, we got that type of power. That's right. We got that type of power. We do. I love myself.